where product meets design is brought to you by Fuego UX, a UX research, strategy, and design consultancy. Hey, Amy, thanks so much for joining the show today.
Hey, good to meet you again, Alex.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
as we get started, can you give the audience some context in your journey in product?
Yes, that's a great question. I started out in software development, and as I progressed in the software development, moving into management, I had the opportunity to move over into product management. So I moved from developing my product over to being the product manager of it. That was at Alcatel several years ago. Since then, I've been at a couple of startups doing product management, as well as I worked at Cisco, HPE, and now I'm at Dell Technologies doing product management.
Very nice. I love it. And it sounds like you have a ton of experience across multiple different companies of various sizes and various tech industries. So that's awesome and super relevant. Are you ready to hop into the lightning round?
Yes, I
All right.
am.
All right. Let's start with this one. What's a common myth about product management?
Yeah, one of the myths I hear the most is that product management is just a wall between engineering and sales. And that's just silly because product managers are adding so much value between the sales team and engineering. On the engineering front, they're consolidating a lot of requirements and prioritizing so engineers don't have to go through as much detail. On the sales side, they're helping close sales, helping direct sales and customers to a specific aspect of their product. So they aren't a wall at all.
Makes a ton of sense. What's the most important lesson you've learned?
Well, the lesson I've learned is to provide hope and optimism. At first, I was a little bit negative and pessimistic, and people really want to come to product managers to get problems solved, find solutions to complex situations, and get answers. They don't want to hear about the negative. They want to have hope and get something done.
What's one thing about product that no one agrees with you about?
I think a lot of people avoid conflict to the point that they can't make progress. So I embrace criticism. I think getting diversity of opinion, finding out where you might have flaws is the right way to go. You don't want to get out there with a product that nobody wants. So for me, I seek out conflict. And if you get good results, who cares if you had a couple of naysayers along the way?
Yeah.
So it's results that really matter. A little bit of ruffled feathers, no one's going to remember.
Lean into the confrontation. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
what's an underrated or indispensable tool for the job of product?
For me, what I found is building relationships all across the product team. At first, I thought just work hard and everything will take care of it. But you really need to build those relationships. You might have a problem that you need to escalate, and you don't want to escalate when you don't even have a relationship. But the other part about building relationships is you can understand how your other teammates' performance is getting measured and what are their motivations. It helps you really work through the conflicts and escalations by establishing those relationships before you're in a bad situation.
What's one piece of advice you would give to someone who's starting out in product?
That's a good question. And for me, I I believe you should have a point of view on these complex topics that we deal with in product management. And especially when you're starting out or you're in a new product management role, there's just so much to learn. And the best way to build on that is form your own point of view. Go find the root cause. Or, for example, maybe you come into a new situation and all you're hearing about is our orders are behind. Then you can dig into why are they behind? What caused this? And that gives you a lot more focus to getting started by asking those questions of yourself and forming a point of view. people want to know what you think. They don't want to hear, oh, hey, why do you think our orders are behind? Well, I don't know. I'm new. It's better to
Yeah.
have your own perspective and even assert your perspective. That's what product managers are go-to people. They have a point of view.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that. Just like come in with a point of view, do your research, and have an opinion. What do you think's kind of like key to having success in a career in the B2B kind of product space?
Yeah, and the B2B is different because usually your customers are not the end customer,
Yeah.
and there's a different set of concerns. So a lot of that is being able to have the perspective of the customer and knowing that your customer probably has their own customers they're dealing with. It bleeds into everything in the product management, into pricing, into requirements, into what makes best sense on the UI for the customer. So that's my main observation. Of course, another bit is when you're in B2B is like high availability, redundancy, because an outage can affect so many customers, so many people, whereas in B2C, e- an outage could just affect one customer.
Tell me a little bit about adding value as a PM. That's something that I know you write a lot about.
I just hate it when I see a product manager that's passing the buck. The product manager needs to add value. And you don't add value by doing somebody else's job. One thing we discussed is that a frustrating thing I know from when I was in engineering and for designers is when you have a product manager coming in telling you how to architect the system or how should you design the UI. When what we really need product managers to do is synthesize the customer's perspective and take us on the customer journey, help us understand the customer without having to go out and talk to 20 of them. That's what product managers are doing. So communicate the customer perspective, use those customer journey maps, communicate the intent of your requirements, have a meaningful hierarchy. That's what helps and enables other teams to do their job. And it's a lot more effective than telling them how to design something.
A lot of product managers I talk to, um, say what you say, hey, like we gotta be the voice of the user. We have to, know the personas and all that. And then UX might also feel like are responsible for that, or they've been tasked with research. So how do you bridge that gap when frankly both those groups should be talking to users as much as they can, but I feel like sometimes it can be a point of contention.
They should. And my belief is that the designers and UX and the engineers, they should feel willing and able. They have customer relationships, talk to the customers, gather information. However, a lot of times they don't know them, and a product manager can help bridge that gap. And I welcome bringing in designers, architects, engineers with the customer and help set it up. Have those open ended questions so they can hear straight from the horse's mouth what's going on. Get a screen share going on and let the customer tell the engineers in their own words, here's the effect of the way it's designed, and let them show the engineers how are they using the product.
Tell me a little bit about what you're up to with your newsletter as well.
Yeah, and you're one of my new subscribers. I was so
I am.
happy to see
Yeah.
you sign up. I write product management in the real world or product management IRL. And I talk about my experiences over the past few years in product management. A lot of the stories are based on conflicts or issues I'm working through in my real job. And I work through it. I think about it. I go see how other people are handling similar problems. And then I write about it. I have both free subscribers where I talk about what I learned, and then the paid subscribers get to hear the backstory about what happened when I ate my own dog food. That's what we do a lot in product management. We get to be the first alpha testers of new products. So I go try out my ideas and then I write about it to the paid subscribers. So it was a nice outlet to improve on my job and then share what I learn with other people. I really like helping others, and I bumbled around in product management when I first moved over till I found some great mentors that helped me. And I'd hate for someone else to go through that. I just like helping other people. It's in Substack. It's amycmitchell.substack.com. Hopefully we'll put it in the show notes. I'd
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
see other subscribers, and we have a lot of commentary and direct messages. So it'd be great if a few more people want to join.
Awesome. Hell yeah. Definitely. We can share that out. And Amy, thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you. It's great talking with you, Alex.